Good Stevenage and welcome to the Swemp Electronics Football Alliance Division 2, and this is Matchday 9. I am joined on commentary tonight by someone who been on stream for an hour and a half or so is just nothing. It's Mr. 24 Hours himself, General Smuts. Good evening.
Evening. Welcome.
How are you?
I'm as hot as a cat at the minute, mate. It's a bit warm in here. Sorry, Fifey. I didn't mean to get you all hot and bothered there. As hot as a cat. All good, mate. All good. Yes.
Are you feeling ZZ tonight?
Well, ZZ is top, but after his injury yesterday, obviously I know we're crossing universes there. It's like Marvel and DC, obviously. Interested to see him get a big run out tonight. Unless he's playing against me, and then I hope he dies.
I hope he dies. Lovely. Good evening to some fans on the stream tonight. Stu, manager of Grove, who last time were defeated 1-0 by a really strange Gondor team that we all love. Duggan is here. Good evening, Duggan. And Champino, ready to join Division 2 tonight, maybe he's jealous of the Division 2 vibes that are given out here. Now it's great to have people from Division 1 watching and seeing how their friends in the other
what
division
a real
are
league looks
on.
like.
What a real Division 1 is getting more and more interesting every week. I'm really enjoying how Division 1's going at the moment. But yeah,
stop being competitive, be shit like the rest of us.
Well, Champino, his theme of the Euro 96 squad is superb, and we've got to enjoy that one.
I do like that concept, actually. Decent.
The 96ers this year. Looking at last time, I mean, what happened? 2 goals maximum for any team.
It was a low-scoring affair, shall we say. I think the problem was I said that there's never any goals in Super League, and there was a shitload of goals that day. And I said that there's always loads of goals in Swemp, and then that happened. So I apologise. I take full responsibility. That's on me, and I apologise. But, I was about to say it couldn't get any worse today, surely. I thought that's a big asterisk, that's a big risk straight away. So I'm not going to say that.
We have got Scott joining us. Oh, A Smuts, guess what? That's what he says to you.
I have seen your lineup as a flat back four, mate. It's a flat back four, as it should be.
Is ZZ up top as well?
Hang on, I should tell
Badgers
you.
line up with the flat back four. There is a bit of a disclaimer as to why the Badgers team isn't on now.
ZZ's not up top.
He's not up top, and after the stream last week, I thought Scott had put his team on, and so I said to Tato, yes, it's all sorted. And then it turned out when I had a look, it actually isn't sorted, so they have done their team tonight, and I'm absolutely fine with that because of my own fault. We just had one team not submitted for this time round, and it's a team sat there in second place, CSCP Boston. No word this week.
Probably still hung over, I'd imagine, from trying to keep up with Steve Wright all weekend. Obviously, we have heard rumour that he didn't keep up in terms of paying in the rounds. So I imagine that's had something to do with him not submitting his team this week, is because he's still shit-faced.
It's a shame they put the team in this week, says Stu. I mean, it would be an interesting match actually when we have a look at what's going on tonight. We've got Sprungfeld 2 points clear of Boston, and then the chasing pack, 3 teams there together. We've got Megahorse, Badgers and Grove. Badgers and Grove sat together in the table. 5 goals apart? No, they're not 5 goals apart, are they? 2 goals apart, these two. Am I making it up? Or am I right? Yeah, I'm right.
No, yeah, two
I was looked at my own team first of all.
One's +5, one's +3.
One's +5. I looked at mine with the +10.
You're +10, yeah.
And just make it sound even better. But they're playing each other tonight, so it'll be a huge.
Can I just double check what your job is again?
I
Maths teacher, right?
Well, I teach maths for an hour a day. Yeah, primary
Your
school.
students must be fucked.
They're all good. They're all good, and they're certainly not by me either. Mike Savage. Good evening, Mr. Savage, and let's have a look further down the table as we scroll away from his team that's at the top of the league, dominating as it is.
You'll have
Fortuna,
to scroll down a bit to get to me. Yeah, yeah, there we go.
but there's a
You
team
found me.
still not to be seen just yet. Fortuna on 12, for 4 points off their nearest challengers ahead, but keeping themselves ahead of Sporting Clube de Regionale and Danglies and Blues all together there with Mr. Rocks in charge of Blues for the second time today. Gondor 3 points further back, but they are out of the bottom three for the first time possibly ever in both seasons. Flamingos following up with Pelham, ODFC, I think I heard of them before, and then at the bottom of the table, Red West Pacific, who now have 4 points after the match that last week resulted. It resulted in the first player ever to be released by a club. when
And
Curtis
rightly
Woodhouse
so.
was released live on air after his
Curtis
half-hour
Shithouse,
debut.
as he's now more commonly known. Yeah.
Swan is here. Good evening, Swan. I mean, it must be really strange seeing such a lofty position for your teams. But of course, remember, we've had a cup final this season as well. It's certainly turning itself around there. And of course, the stat man himself is making some numbers this season. Let's have a look at the fixtures for today. Badgers versus Grove, there it is, and then Boston versus Blues. And Blues, with Rocks in charge, they have a good chance. And Boston, without their main keeper, and obviously the rules on replacing people who are out have come into play, so we'll have a look at that later on. Megahorse versus Pelham, Flamingos, Danglies. That's what some people eat, I believe. Fortuna versus Red West Pacific, which will be one of our opening 2 games tonight. If it's not on first, it will be on second. Gondor versus Sprungfelt, and Sporting Clube Divisionale versus Aussie Dream. That's going to be last tonight, which is good because Steve asked for a late kickoff, didn't he? And
He
you're
did
here,
indeed. Yes.
so it works
yeah.
perfect.
It's not a surprise we're playing each other, as this is about the 15th time this week we've played each other. And I don't think I've won one yet.
Well, you just have to see how you two
Fingers crossed.
get on. And we'll go to the fixtures there. Fully expecting a kicking tonight. Certainly not scoring Paulo Nunes up front. Rocks. Paulo
Nunez isn't that bad, in fairness.
How's he? We'll have a look at how he's getting on this season in a... when we reach them. When do Sweden play next? Because that's obviously something key to look for when Sweden play their first World Cup game. It's in a week's time, so on the stream next week we'll actually have the Sweden match, and if anything to go by, how they'll be lining up looks particularly interesting.
15 Patrick Vieiras and 12 Juan Verons.
It's going to be quite the World Cup for Sweden if they can play that lineup going on for it next time round. Paul Douglas with a dodgy passport. So, first game up, we're definitely coming away from Flamingos Dangley, so we will go to Red West Pacific versus Fortuna as the opening match for tonight. Duggan did request an early kick-off tonight, and Quinton, for a rarity, says he's not bothered about what time he starts this week, and he's on first.
There we go.
So, looking into
and have we seen him yet today as well?
He's always around, yeah.
Lurking.
We know that he's on because he's told me that my little greeting to everyone was very camp. So yes, look at that. Cheng Ying Wu, man of the match last time out against Pelham. There he is, he's lurking.
There we go.
So Wu was man of the match last time with his first goal. He didn't get an assist, but he was, shooting well, and she scored as well. So for today, no changes, unsurprisingly.
She was electric. Yeah, very good.
Unsurprising in changes, but Lee Im Sang at 85% and she at 89%. Do you think that's going to affect things?
I mean, I don't like to start with anybody under 90%, but let's be fair, this is, outside of my team, this is the shittest team in the league, so they're probably going to get beat either way.
And what's your thoughts on a back five?
on a back five, well, it's a real shame that I know he didn't actually put a team in, but it looks like a Greavesy style lineup, doesn't it? In all honesty, he might not get around him, but he certainly puts five at the back. Yeah, so.
And then Duggan here, she on. There he is making his comments.
Game on, she on.
Nanami, of course, is this season has been bizarre for him. I think he's definitely one of their better players, but it's not quite working out in terms of ratings. Kawaguchi, is he still wanting a new challenge? Yep, and he's looking to impress visiting scouts. He wants out, and he wants out to a team that play in the same kind of colours. So he knows what he wants. Looking to the Fortuna side.
She will be loved. And very much. I hope it's going to be a maroon 5-0 win for the team today.
Yeah. Did you get that message through before?
To be honest, yes, I did. Yeah, it was on. I'm watching it on the.
That's really
on the
strange, isn't it? It's getting onto there.
Yeah, and that's turned up at exactly the same time.
Yeah, that's really strange. Yeah.
In the gulag. Jesus.
So with Fortuna, they don't need to make changes at the moment. They're quite happy after last time out. What happened for them? Yeah, 1-0 win over Danglies with a goal from Romeo, and a 26-minute cameo from Benoit Coe making man of the match. Yeah, it's a formation I enjoy, and here it is being used by Quinton.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very strong team, let's be honest. Even with a Rock's favourite in midfield there, it is a very strong team.
Key players for you?
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, well, the obvious key players there is Paul Ince's, your Z Roberto's. I hear good things about Romeo, but I've never actually had him.
Yeah, his season's been pretty useful so far. Yeah, 4 in 6, and I think he went off injured in one of those games as well. So yeah, he's been playing well. And Stu with the absolute bombshell there. He's got a signed Yoshikatsu Kawaguchi Portsmouth shirt, and Duggan has already laid claim to that one. All he needs to do is win another small bet, and he'll be right on it.
Ridiculous. The only man I know who never shares any inside information that he's got, clearly. Here lads, put this one on. This 900 to 1 outsider shot that's not got a fucking chance in hell of winning, but this 30 to 1 I've got, definitely going to win. Here we go. I'll win 500 quid. You lads, go fuck yourselves. Yeah. I know your game, Duggan. Gulag rules. I see.
Romeo's 50-50 great stats or average stats guy, and this time around he seems to be on the great side. Predictions, so you said it was going to be 5-0.
It's a drubbing. Absolute drubbing. No, with the red wall at the back there, I think you're probably looking at 2 or 3-0.
But a comfortable 2 or 3-0. Let's get this one going. Of course, predictions are always welcome at any stage of the prep. But look at that, Lee Young Pyo. I think he hit the top of the bar for Red West. Got started pretty well. Game's gone a little bit quiet. 5-0 6 times in testing. She with the yellow card, and I suppose if it was playing against the same lineup, of course, it could happen. Zeraberto to Kerr, but it was lost. Where coming to the half-hour mark, Paul Ince has had a chance. Stu saying 4-1.
This is already a good result.
It is. This is a great performance from Kawaguchi. He certainly earned the shirt, hasn't he? Kerr with a chance and Peralta with one as well. Some more saves from Kawaguchi. And will they get a breakthrough before half time? Romeo's had his saved. Leitch has an own goal. It's an own goal that opens up the goal scoring for this one.
Unbelievable,
all
Jeff.
Those chances, and it's an own goal from Nakazawa to open up the scoring.
It's one of the worst hours that you can have at any time of day. It's the Nakazawa. But yeah, that flat back 8 is unsurprisingly not creating much.
No, it's not particularly
the tuna team.
So Red West. Oh, look at that. Quinton's already making substitute suggestions. I'll just leave the side there for Doug in a second. Howe has a shin injury. And Nakasawa's now knackered. Liam's he's got a foot injury to add to his poor fitness that he started with, so there's issues there.
Fortune's doing a couple of changes there.
Yeah, so look at this. He's going for Filipescu off, and he wants George Georgiades to go and play in centre back, and with a run to the striker. So
Fair.
Why not? Filipescu did not have a good half, but he probably wasn't tested very much. So that's the run, and Peralta off for Weyer as well. So this is really going for it in terms of attacks here.
You'd be daft not to. This is after all the Tuna derby. You've got your tuna in one name, and you've got a type of tuna on the other team. So this one's for all the fish.
Well, at the Wankdorf, this is for the fish.
Exactly.
So let's get on with this. And this hit the crossbar already in the second half. It is quite, I don't know, it's almost awaiting a chance from Red West, because the game, it didn't stop at 60 when I was clicking it, so we are a little bit later onto the subs. But let's see now.
I mean, I can't see anybody being too worried about that. For Fred West, I think this is, even after the win last week, probably one of their best performances of the year.
Yeah, holding out here. Ince and Umit Davala lacking a little bit of fitness there, Roberto. Yeah, they're just a bit tired now. They've done a lot of running.
Literally didn't even need to stop it at any point. So
no, it's. I think there might be a change. Is Koe going to come on and win man of the match again?
No.
Davala off Mike
Origi. There we go. Sorry, Quinton said done. I assume
that was in his first half one.
Yeah. Okay, it's one of them ones, is it again?
So Divok's dad coming on now, and I think he's going to probably play in this position.
Thought Peter Crouch was Divok's dad. And it's niche. Little baby Divok.
So we got Origi. I assume he's going to play on the right hand side. Nothing's been said, so I mean we will just. I think he's probably said switch him to somewhere. So let's get on, and as is for. Oh, look at that! Romeo has scored immediately.
I was just about to say, is anybody going to make themselves a hero for Red West?
And is that a Nakamura ball in or something that's done that? Cause
she's having an absolute shocker
again.
Yeah, she is not electric.
15 points now for Fortuna. They closed themselves to a point behind the second, third, and fourth place teams. Obviously, without them playing, extremely comfortable without being. I mean, I did say a 2 or 3-0, not really because of the back five.
Yeah. So I think that might be, of all the fucking hours and hours and hours of co-commentary I've done on these shows, I think that might be the first one I've ever got correct in any way.
There's some
and made it seem like I knew what I was doing.
You did make you look exactly like you knew what you were doing. Look at those passing stats there. Freda and Ejiofor, what are they doing passing the ball 78 times to each other?
Probably just playing 1-2s with each other. Well, it looks like a triangle with Freda, Ince and Ejiofor there. Just sort of playing triangles at the back.
Quite impressive in terms of passing stats there. And
just getting the Opta stats up, yeah.
And Paul Ince, lots and lots of challenges. Yeah. Pretty good. Who was the assists? Nakamura got the assist for the second goal, and then for I mean an average there of sort of just under 20 passes a player. So a bit of a different thing here. How very tired.
Did the goalkeeper not do more passes than anybody in the rest of that team put together?
He certainly
as in the tuna goalkeeper.
Let's just check that. He's completed 9, so he's done pretty well.
Oh, fair enough, yeah.
And Rock's saying that North Korean TV are currently editing the highlights into a 7-0 win for Red West. Shame upon your nation. Oh, well, we shall go into game 2. And I haven't seen Dimble yet.
Dimble said he's not popping in tonight.
He's not popping in. So
Yeah, he
that's
said he's
okay.
only playing you, so he couldn't be asked.
Yeah, it probably makes sense, doesn't it? I will just have a
Yeah.
quick look while you talk about this lovely team. Uh, I just
His
check through all of
exact
them
words
pictures.
were not asked, just don't bin anybody else off again. Don't release anybody else on a free. This is his exact words. But yes, I think you've got a couple of players back from suspension. I'd imagine, surely by now, the 8 suspensions you've had already this season.
Yes, there's been plenty. Up the mighty horse. That's a good thing to read there, isn't it? Graham Boosie, good evening. Um,
Where's Cock? Where's your Cock?
there's there's some great players here. I mean, Cock is sat there,
Complete lack of Cock in
not
this
on the
team.
bench. Well, there is absolutely fuck all
There's some
Cock,
Willie. There's fuck all Cock in this team. Yeah,
but there
you
is of
can either
course
make it.
the master back in the team. We've got Jurgen
Mm,
Kohler back in the team. It's all good news about how that's going
yeah,
on. But Stefan
I prefer
Beinek,
his brother Jurgen Pepsi, to be fair, but not a bad player.
we have got here
3 match ban. Still got
three
3 matches.
match ban. It's all a walk in the park, isn't it? Yeah, so let's see. Hildebrand keeping his place in goal, and for Pelham, who released released on stream Curtis Woodhouse last time after his debut, in which he was booked twice in the first half hour and shown his marching orders in defeat. They've changed system for today and gone much more defensive.
Does that count as 3 at the back? Does it?
It does indeed with the sweeper.
Okay, fair enough. That's good to know. I mean, I'm never going to play a sweeper because it's probably
The,
the least
the most interesting
pointless,
interpretation,
the most pointless fucking position in the entire game. But yeah, fair enough.
the strangest
Um,
interpretation was when we've seen a left back, a right back, and a sweeper from the old
wow.
imaginary Madrid manager for a number of games. But then when he didn't pick his team and his only sweeper was out, it really caused problems.
I can imagine. But I mean, I like this team because it's got a lot of Leicester rejects in it. Like a lot, like more than it should have. I count 1, 2, 3 if we're counting ex-assistant manager in Michael Appleton in the lineup. 4 if we're being really pedantic and going David Nielsen, the actor who plays Roy Cropper in real life, is a big Leicester fan. And I have seen his twin brother in the Western pub before a game beforehand and said, "Oh, Roy Cropper," as a 9-year-old, and him going, "No, mate, that's my brother."
I bet he isn't. I bet it's
Um,
just him.
but no, genuinely got a twin brother. Didn't know
Leslie.
that until his twin brother told me Roy Cropper has a twin brother.
Yeah, Roy Cropper's twin brother. A good band they are, actually. I quite enjoy them. So no changes being suggested from Dimble as long as we don't release anybody, as long as none of his favourites get destroyed. So predictions here is Morgan Norman referees, my favourite one in the division.
Again, I think this should be a comfortable home win. You should have more than he does. I mean, Richard Smith played in the first game I ever went to see live in 1992, so he must be getting on in this in 2001. I'm going to say 9 years later, and he looked old then.
Who is that again?
Richard Smith.
Richard Smith. He's only 31. He's only
Wow.
31.
Wow, he looked 31 in 1992 when he played for Leicester. So
Roy Cropper
fair
is a
play.
Mo Leicester. Lovely, Quinton.
Hey,
Making Steve's not here yet, but the Lashville joke
Roy
continues.
Cropper was the original woke character. All right, his missus used to be a mister, and he didn't give a shit. All right, he just went right. Let's pass me this shit. Let's go for it.
And here we are.
Laney Haley. That's what he said. And he just went for it.
It's a very, very interesting first 10 minutes. Nothing happening. Red a yellow card for Michael Appleton. Mick Channon played in the first game that Stu went to
I
see.
didn't know Alf was in.
Oh,
play, Alf.
Jurgen
See ya.
Kohler has gone. Jurgen Kohler.
Nice. See, now you're missing Cock, ain't you?
It's alright, we've got Chihan. He can come on and do a job. But
Yeah, get she on.
Kohler, after his massive suspension, has come back and got himself injured very soon after. Kaluzhny's just missed the target. Chihon's playing one of the best performances so far in the team after coming on. Half an hour into the game, it's looking Pelham are certainly not out of this one by any means
Holding
at
their
all.
own, in fairness. Yeah, that's 2 in 2 games.
Quite a dull first
Yeah.
half. Yushkoviak's missed a target. Chances. Kaluzhny misses as well. That's for the second time this game. He's not hit the goal. Oh, with a chance. They think it's all Kohler. Oh dear. Mike.
Why is he not on comms instead of me? That's class
It's
right
good,
there.
isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. What are you doing next week, Mike?
Season. Oh, we have commentary for next week sorted already, all being well. But Mike is welcome on, of course, again this season. After he made his debut last season and hasn't been on since, but that's his choice, not mine. 4 shots, 1 on target. That's not great for Megahorse and Pelham with their only shot on target. There's no one really suffering. I think Dean Gordon at 60 minutes might be worth withdrawing potentially just to keep him safe.
He's doing so well. Yeah, I mean, he's doing well.
It's worth not taking him off at this point then. Megahorse will go with a taking off. I mean, this is a Haley kind of change, isn't it? Taking off Villy and bringing on Zoltan Sebastian. 2 subs at this time. Oof.
You're not getting any more centre backs, I'm assuming. That's the only reason Master is still going. Was there any debate there?
He's not going off at this point. He's not had to do much. I don't think, to be honest, at this point. Yeah, he's made a tackle out of 2. He's not actually played that badly.
Excellent. Well, in that case, Mike, next time I'm on, next time you're on, I will come on as well and make you look even better by comparison.
And the second half has kicked off and it's been tame. Let's say it's been tame so far. Yellow cards are mounting up for Pelham.
Well, the longer this goes on at 0-0, the better for Pelham.
Oh, absolutely. They're in this game definitely. I think they've had. What are we doing? I meant to go subs, not on the thing. There we are. 5 yellows. I'm not doing well at subs today. A 3-way. And some commentary. So
it's not gay when it's in a 3-way.
So when saying not to ruin his team.
Yeah. I don't think he's too far. I mean, for me, you're looking at
right,
probably
really.
John Welsh for Gordon, even though he is playing well.
Because he says he's not bothered, but don't. What was
don't ruin anybody. So for me, I would take Gordon off
for Welsh.
And Welsh.
Elliot is also at 70.
He's struggling as well.
But he's not injured.
He's not injured, but for me, I'd still be looking to give him a bit of a rest because, as he said, yeah. Well, no, he likes a Clive Mendonca, doesn't he?
Well, let's have stats this season. Nielsen's made 5 appearances. Mendonca has made 6. And if we have a look at last game, what he did last game, he brought Nielsen on and didn't have Mendonca in the squad, and he wasn't injured.
Fair enough.
I prefer Nielsen, which is a shame because I actually wouldn't bring him on, but and Thorpe and Nielsen to switch around to the right sides.
Fair enough.
5
actually thinking about it, I think Tony Thorpe might have played for Leicester as well.
Tony Thorpe at Leicester. And for Megahorse, we'll have a quick check and see if the third sub is useful at this point. I think it's got to be done, but
yeah,
I'm going to get my goalkeeper injured straight away.
Playing a second. You cannot resist making a third substitution.
Not for Ulf Kirsten to come on. I'm going to get an injury to goalkeeper now. So it's certainly Pelham are coming back into this in terms of they're having many more chances than we'd imagine, but Ulf Kirsten's come on and scored the opening goal with 20 minutes to go. It's close still, and there's Forrester, he's equalised.
There we go.
And Hildebrand did not stand a chance on that one. Coming close to the end of this one now, more chances, another one wide. This looks like it's going to be a draw. Oh, Niashvili has missed. And one last chance, maybe. Oh, Hildebrand makes a save. 1-1 full time. Look at that. Danny Coyne, man of the match.
Back of the net.
And well played to Pelham, who got beat by bottom of the table last week and now have decided to keep 11 men on the pitch and have done well.
I mean, that says to me, if I'm Dimble, fuck off more often. Just leave it to us. I think is just crowdsource it, mate. It's your way forward.
Well, that's a great result for Pelham. Taking a look at how they've done there.
Very good result.
Zhang Enhua, lots of tackles, but rated pretty poorly. The subs seem to have worked out into the fact that they haven't lost the game. 5 yellow cards. Nothing for Megahorse, but some pretty tame performances. And the loss of Kohler will be will be. We'll have to see how it goes, won't we? But Kirsten scored on his return to the team, and the assist did not come from Bart Ho, but from Kaluzhny. So into the next game, Flamingos Danglies, we can't play that one just yet, but we can play Boston versus Blues. And so for today, this is how they line up for Rocks in charge. David Collins was set to play,
it's
but
the typical
75%.
weird looking formation. Yeah,
Yeah,
arrows all over the gaff.
David put on the
It's
centre
what
back.
we expect. Yeah, I mean, West and Batranu are both very, very good centre backs. Prutton can play most defensive positions. So, yeah, thanks for highlighting one of the players I picked out there. Got a 4 2 games ago. Appreciate it.
And number 4 as well.
Yeah, I mean, Mike Duff can play there. No issues. I think that entire team is basically built around not playing Mark Kerr. So, fair play. Yeah, he's done his best to have as many positions in there that do not include Mark Kerr. There's literally a hole in the middle of the pitch
And yet he's
where
still
Mark
on
Kerr
the
could
bench,
go
and he
quite
doesn't
happily.
need to be there.
And he's on the bench.
So, looking at that, David Day in goal this season. He's played well despite the fact that the team conceded lots of goals. And we'll take a look at their opponents for today. A really quick look. David Day's been dropped because he is injured, and as a result, and not being allowed to switch up the substitute goalkeeper into the position because he hasn't submitted a team, then it's Francesco Mancini who comes in rather than Marco Storari.
Who's still better than my
Still
first
looks
goalkeeper.
good. Still looks good,
Let
but
alone my third
he is the
goalkeeper.
third choice, and we go into this game knowing that there will be no changes for Boston other than enforced ones. Predictions?
I mean, that sneaky prick is going to win again. I'll be honest, because he's got players in that team that should not be in this league at all. How is Materazzi and Montella in the second division for Swemp behave?
It was all stats tested, and he did get his way into this division, definitely.
Yeah, and I think his league position points out to how slightly heavily weighted this team is compared to others.
Well,
I'm Team Rocks all the way. Team Rocks, let's go.
Fortuna going for 2-1 to Boston. They've taken an early lead through Zauli,
Entirely
top scorer.
brewed.
Scarcini
Entirely
makes it
brewed.
2, and David Day's having some kind of nightmaring goal there at the Casa di Merda. And we are 15 minutes into this game. It is some sort of early domination, but Mark Anthony's pulled the goal back, and now the game is on, isn't it? Chances, both centre backs taking the yellow cards there, Materazzi and Baldini in quick succession. Another chance for Anthony, so close to getting that one. Prutton going for goal as well from in his defensive position there.
Taking it from anywhere.
It might as well do. And this first half has certainly livened up. And an injury to Scarcini. Let's have a look. All I do is scroll down for the first player that can play in that position. There isn't one. And so we'll go to the fact that it's going to be someone who can play in midfield. Well, he can't play. He's going to be Possenzini, but with no other changes anywhere else, and he's going to play central. So
yeah,
that's where it is. Yeah. So that's just how the changes go. 2-1. Quinton's prediction is still the case. At the moment, they've had 3 yellows, though, Boston. And Possenzini's missed the target. And really, at this point, 2-1 at half time. It was certainly Blues coming into that much more in the next part. We'll go to
Yeah, I mean,
who's
obviously
first.
the name of the stadium sort of does give an idea as to how Rox's team was in the first 10 minutes there.
I did name the
Even in
stadium
his accent.
myself
Yeah,
because I thought he hasn't submitted a stadium name. I'll make it myself,
I
and
like
it
it. Yeah,
reflected the Boston way. Yeah, I just so obviously Rox may say no changes, but he's got having a look at things. Prutton, potential knee injury there. Agostinho, also foot injury. It's maybe he wants to make a change to come into this, but maybe he'll be happy as it is. And for Boston, well, it's been going okay, hasn't it? So if
yeah, you'd be daft to do anything for them. Well, I mean,
I'm not.
you can't do anything. Yeah, so
I'm not doing anything for them, so they don't need
yeah.
a bit of a look at.
I mean, for me, maybe Clint Hill for Taribo West because he's having a shocker. He's been, in the words of Rox's countryman Cracker, mother. Um, so maybe bring him on. Other than that, there's not a lot else. I mean, I'd put
Well,
David Collins in the bin. Maybe bring Mark Kerr in to piss Rox off a bit more. That's about it.
I know that Rox has been around, and I think in terms of his sub recommendation, if he's not here, I think he just basically lets them play. Let's see what he
Yeah.
says. Subs only if injuries. So we will crack on with this then.
Well, there is 2 injuries.
No, they're actually not off though. People
Fair
don't care
enough.
about potential injuries other than
Potential injuries.
me.
Fair enough.
Yeah, well, a couple of other people do, but most people don't. Paulo Nunes coming close to scoring there, and really, this is looking like Blues possibly going to score the fourth goal if there is going to be one. Boston came forward
Just
a
gonna have
little
to
bit.
quickly leave you to it for a second,
That
mate. I
is
can hear
absolutely
Mrs.
fine.
Smut swanning around upstairs.
Swan's
Hoping she's
upstairs
all
with
right.
her. No,
Yeah,
yeah, they've been
hopefully
chatting
not.
for a bit. Anyway, off you go. So, yeah, I mean, under 75 is probably where I would do the changes, but is there anyone who can come on for Prutton? Prutton's in there to do a specific run. I'll give it 30 seconds. If Rox doesn't say anything, I will continue to consider it only if injuries, so I won't go breaking those laws. David Collins is now fitter than one of the players in the team, but I think we may be seeing it as it is for the rest of the game. Yeah, if they're injured, but they've not gone off. Well, let's kick off the last half hour in this one. Oh, it's gone slow for some reason. I haven't slowed the commentary down. The other team must have been on slow as well for some reason. 20 minutes from the end of this one. Another chance there. Montella, it was coming close. Boston still doing what they can do to win this game, but Paulo Nunes nearly scored again. A save from David Day for Blues. West has had a bit of a poor match, hasn't he, really, on a 5 and a yellow card. And then Zowli coming forward and David Day making another save. Into the last few minutes, Blues clinging to one more chance maybe, but it's a red card for Marco Materazzi, and we will see if anything happens there. No, it's full time, so he'll be missing the next game with his late red card there in the in injury time, but 2-1 it was. So
Did it go over the clean cloth? For fuck's sake. That is one of the stupidest things I've ever done in my life.
what
I
did
managed
you
to fall
do?
up. I managed to fall up the stairs, trying to be quiet to go and check on Mrs. Smuts. I swatted the wall, hurt myself, and then on the way down, managed to fall down the stairs as well, and hit the front door and spilled Coke everywhere. So
No, dear. I hope Swan helped you clean it up.
he did indeed, bless him.
Oh,
Yeah, he
that's
did
right.
indeed. To be honest, I'm surprised Fifey wasn't there as well. The way
That's
he's
why
been,
he's late tonight.
the way he's been floating around. Exactly. Yeah, he's inauspicious by his absence. You know, I did see that Mrs. Smuts made it onto his list of 5 as well. I saw that.
Along with his cat.
along with his cats, yeah, which was obviously number one on the list. Um,
Ryan Williams, 11 tackle attempts and 3 won, but 2 of those being key. Wonderful. David Prutton, he survived the match. Agostinho survived the match, and they'll be ready next week.
yeah, I mean, it looks like I missed absolutely nothing because all of those numbers look exactly the same as when I left. The only thing that happened in between me leaving and coming back was I bruised myself. Yeah, and a red card, yeah.
And a red card from Materazzi, and red blood from you.
Yes, yeah.
Gondor versus Sprungfelt, and Swan, who's upstairs. Get him down for commentary if you want. He's gone for this formation for today, which, you know, it should be defensive without being ridiculously defensive, I guess. And Diop and Barron to push forward on those wings.
Yeah, I mean, I like Ricardo Gardner. Everybody likes Chris Perry.
Well,
obviously, he is Katie's dad. Obviously, as the birds and the bees chat goes, Chris Perry kissed a girl. He liked it, made Katy Perry, and that's why we've all seen Orlando Bloom's penis.
Have you?
That's the old, the old adage. I think that was one of Aesop's fables, if I remember right.
Without being defensive, questions Mike. Yeah, but
there is 10 pairs, but yeah.
But do you remember? Of course, it was.
Did he not put?
It wasn't that game. It's further back.
Which is surprising, considering that that would be the 2 most defensive teams in the league. Yeah.
It was that one.
Yeah. I like that one.
So yeah, it should be a decent performance there with, as you say, Katy Perry playing for Gondor today, and Sprungfelt. Interestingly enough, with Gondor being fairly defensive, Mike has put this team out today.
Wow. The old no striker formation. It's I thought it was Potato Mourinho, not Savage Mourinho. Fair play. That's a weird one.
It's probably a.
Hey, we'll see if it was weird. To be honest, he's running away with the league, is he not? And he absolutely battered me last week, so I can't really say anything.
And yeah, just playing the one centre back there with Willie Byrne there on his own, and the strike force there involving Nedved, Elenichev, Lurling, and Nelson Cuevas all playing in the attacking roles. We'll see how they get on. And Jeff Whitley, of course, mainstay of the team, captain as it is. Rock's contemplating a change of tactic for next week. Just as a quick check to.
The problem is, Rock, you can't play one at the back. That's the.
You've got Badgers at home next week. Badgers at home. That's what everyone enjoys.
The games to choose your random tactics are against me, against Fred West, and I was going to say against Pelham, but they've actually done very well this year.
They have indeed with this one.
Yeah.
And sweeper defence. Yeah, sweeper left back and right back. The imaginary Madrid way. And Stu saying that Mike has gone full on Spain 2010. Yeah,
I like that. Yeah, Fabregas up top, sort of.
Fellstrom referee in this game. Christopher Fellstrom. Who's going to take this one?
Behave.
Behave.
Top of the league against a team with barely anything.
Striker left top of the league.
Yeah, I don't think he needs strikers. He'll still beat these. It doesn't matter who's put in front of him.
Cuevas and Nedved combining, and Nedved has opened the scoring from his left wing position. 1-0 it is so far. They are doing particularly
well. Exactly. You're supposed to be impartial, let alone going. It's 1-0 so far. Going full well, there's going to be at least another 2 or 3 in this.
Well, you would expect goals, but I mean, Gondor have been scoring a few this season, and they've been entertaining. Diop particularly has been attacking.
Everybody's favourite second team, aren't they?
Yeah, well, a lot of us have helped to pick the team.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, exactly.
Penalty turned down from for Sprungfeld then. and Chances Carboni playing that centre mid role on his own is he's looking quite kind of lively. But
There we
Gondor have
go.
equalised, and it is
Hello.
Diop. There it is. He's scored. He's having a superb season as it is, and it's 1-1 at half time, and there
Diop
he
is
is.
obviously, as we all know, German for the yogurt. So that is fantastic. Yeah.
Diop. Yeah. I suppose it probably would be a feminine noun, wouldn't it? 8 shots, 7 on target to
I,
2
I'm
shots
not
on
talking about
target.
yogurt's pronouns on this. All right. But I'm woke. Hashtag woke.
Well, the Germans, they have their lovely pronoun, lovely, what do you call it? And now, why do you call it a pronoun? A feminine noun. That it's a proper noun. There we are. Anyway, just talking nonsense at you. Diop, there he is on a 7, doing very well so far.
Tell you what,
On a
the
7.
fucking Rachel Riley's mind. You have definitely not got her looks, have you? Jesus.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm much
Jesus
more.
wept. It's more Susie Dent than fucking Rachel Riley. Talking about words, fucking the history of words.
I enjoy my face for radio. It's fine.
Uh,
Samuel Johnson is the pass master of the team so far, and Mike saying he is fine till 60 minutes. Gondor are also fine till 60 minutes. Haven't seen Swan for a while, but you just did. You're probably not calling
yeah,
any subs
he's busy.
at this point, and let's get on with it. So, Sprungfeldt have been pegged back, and it's that's the kind of pegging that's all the rage at this point. And there it is, Baron has scored, making it
Hello.
2-1 to Gondor.
Making an absolute mockery of me on co-coms again.
5, 6,
You can
and
change.
7.
You can change formations in this, can't you?
Yeah, it's fine to
Do
change
do what you want.
formations. Yeah.
Yeah. If this doesn't get all 4 of those players just dragged all the way forwards at the very least, I'd be very surprised.
We've got some injuries here. He's pulling about.
I mean, that's the least of his problem.
So Nedved, Pope are injured. And Lenichev is also potentially injured at this point. That's 3 of them. And the others are, well, they're, back to the ratings. Have a quick look. Carboni, Whitley.
I mean,
Nedved,
Elenichev's gone for me. First and foremost, get him
Yeah,
off. Get Louis
he's on
Sahar
a
on.
5, and he's on.
He's injured. Yeah,
Yeah.
for Carlson. Yeah, fair enough.
So Lenichev for Carl Carlson. You wonder if that'll put Carlson out wide or anything, but Nedved's been doing well where he is.
Yeah, I mean, you'd find it difficult to take Nedved off. He
Swap
is probably the
Lenichev.
best.
We swap.
Yeah, he'd be Carlson now, but yeah, and we know what he means.
Yeah, unless those messages came through in the wrong order.
Yeah.
There we are. Arrow on Carlson.
Carlson.
No.
Yeah, that. Yeah, so leave it as is. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it there.
I mean, I'd be bringing on Louis Sahar as well for one of those forwards, getting an actual striker on. But he's so far ahead in the league, I don't think it really matters.
Well, 2 points, which is actually behind now. Boston have overtaken him as it stands tonight. So it's going to be an interesting one, I think. Yeah, I'm sure they're only 2 points behind at the Boston, and then they're chasing pack 3rd, 4th, and 5th. We're on.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was there or thereabouts. Yeah.
So
any more for him or Mike?
He usually says done. Done. We play 4. Well, we play 2
Fair enough.
AMCs and an AML there, but pedantry gets you nowhere, does it?
Yeah.
So yeah, just at Gondor, we will have a look at Gondor because Swan always leaves the substitutions in my hands. Carr will come off, and
I'll be bringing Vokalos off as well. In fairness,
now just have a look into here. Kerniwan has played in midfield this season, and Batata did not come on and play particularly well last time out in that position. He says taking Vokalos off.
Vokalos, yeah, he's on a 5.
Chris Perry's injured. and
Oh, right,
booked.
fair enough.
So I
Fair enough.
probably will do that one. And don't think Diop will be injured. Is Aragon injured? No, just low on stamina. Just make the 2 changes there and preserve just in case they need another one. But that's right. We don't change formations with other. Take that Baron. Take Baron off. Yeah, there
Yeah,
he is. He's doing a
doing
decent
well.
job there this season. He's coming in. He's doing okay. And obviously Emil Baron as well. The beer barons,
Yeah,
as they would be
yeah,
on the
and
Simpsons team.
yeah, the scoreline is not suggesting that they are barren in front of goal. So,
No, no, very. Yeah, it's certainly not a.
mm,
Although it might have been a Baron run that produced the goal.
there you go.
Well, this game is going. Well, there might be a chance now. Earling it was, so it's
Weekly
getting
against
close to it.
time. Yeah.
I thought it was going to sort of like fizzle out to very little, but there's been certainly some action in the last few minutes. But Gondor have looked like they could get a third. Fusini's just missed the target, and a
That
win for
is a
Gondor.
huge win for Gondor.
Wow.
Very, very good win.
Despite the fact that Vokalos dropped to a 4 for his
Yeah.
performance there.
Told you should have took them off. And that says a lot about that formation. For me, put a fucking striker on. 9 shots on target, 1 gone in.
Well, that's something, isn't it, from Gondor? I mean, 2 tackles out of 7, but he won 2 headers. Did he make some fouls? 2 fouls. Yeah, I suppose that robbed of a striker. Robbed of a striker. That's
I mean, you got to look at your big players there. Your Bartes, your Pope, your Elenichevs. They've had a shocker.
I didn't think that
You know,
out of
Willie Byrne is not just something you don't want. It is someone you don't want in your team as well.
Tato. Tato joins for the unreal scenes, unless it's the unreal scenes that happen there.
The imaginary rails.
9 shots on target and a superb performance there from Emil Baron, man of the match.
Yeah, not on target, but none of them from a striker.
We can go to, without Tato's here, we can do Grove versus Badgers, and this is where the Badgers lineup is going to be done, as I mentioned earlier on, that the team, it's not their fault, it
Yeah,
was
you want me to get me
it is
picture up
mine.
for it?
I do have it here, so I can go into a 4-2-4 that's being picked here as the lineup there, and then the changes to that system that they will drop one of their forwards back, have these 2 across here, a run
Yeah.
over this side, a run there, and halfway line runs here and here.
No. He said drop them back to halfway in his message.
Did he?
Yep.
That's alright, cheers, thank you for getting that one. I'm just looking at the picture at the moment rather than the
Yeah, no,
so
of
we
course.
clear
Yeah.
the squad. We've got
You
Chilavert,
got Shilver,
Lee Young Pyo and
Lee Young
Sebastian.
Pyo, Ehiog and Kufre, and
Yeah.
Suppression at right back.
Kufre. Centre mids, Hersey and Fermani. Hersey,
Mane the one
who-
going backwards, yeah.
he's been
Rayad,
offered a
Cabello and
contract.
Jax.
So, Rayad, Cabello, Jax.
And Harris Simowicz.
And then the substitutes.
I
Campos,
can't see
Live,
the substitutes.
Collins, Roberts and Kyle. Now that is an attacking thing. Fullbacks go to halfway. That's what he's put. Drop the fullback arrow halfway, and
There we go. See, literally having a fight between themselves. Lovely. That's what we like to see.
There we are. And the captain should be Chilavert, so he's going to be put in there. Nice. That's what we want to see. We want to see passion, not between
Swap
the two
for
managers.
Marnie and Jax says, says one of the managers.
This is being done.
That's the lineup that was sent.
Anyways, this will be a lovely game. He should have on penalties. He
Is-
should be.
Ooh.
He should be on penalties. I think that is done that. He is on penalties. Yes, indeed. That's how he's been there for the season. TikTok. So Stu's talking about other social media.
Vine.
And the Vine. What happened to Vine? Did Twitter buy it out and then do nothing with it or
Yeah.
something? Then,
Like MySpace, someone was very clever, sold it very, very high price, and then went, nah, fuck you. Not bothered.
so a change of system for Grove, seeing the formation change, but only one personnel amendment, and the Fermani one was before you redid the side.
Was that
Oh, right, yeah.
Prosinecki's first time on the bench this season?
It is, yes. The player known as God or however, some kind of supreme deity, whatever he's been known
He
as there.
was very good in my something in the air save. By very good, I mean he was shit, but it was hilarious having him in a team in air shit. He's about 40 years old at the time, and it was just brilliant having him in.
Yeah, he's a great player. Dario Silva gets his first start of the season after being a fairly effective substitute, as he was last season as well. And Scott, let's have his let's plug his the great architect there. Stu says about Prosinecki. So fishing with idiots, fishing _with_idiots. Scott's TikTok for some great content. Now,
So,
I'm happy to.
are you one of the idiots? Are you one of the fishing?
Well, he's not fishing for idiots, I suppose, but or is he? But yes.
I mean, that would be a dense sort of opportunity to catch many idiots in this sort of chat format. As you know, we're not the brightest of bunches. Let's be fair. You know,
sometimes we have.
We're all grown men still playing a video game.
Is idiot one of two. There we are. Grove. Look at that. Grove kit reminds me of Chelsea mid-90s away.
It is. Yeah, it very is. I was going to say Erling Haaland, but it's not. Who am I thinking of?
Erling Johnson.
Erling Johnson. Yeah. There we go.
No, I remember there's a competition in 90 Minutes magazine many years ago to design a Chelsea away kit. It is the Chelsea Coors kit, although to be honest,
Coors kit, yeah.
To be honest, I think it said Cools on it, so I'll be honest, smelt that. Had no idea what it was. Didn't know it was a beer or anything like that. But yeah, it was.
Yeah, I mean,
design a Chelsea
we shouldn't
away
at
kit.
that age, really. But yeah, that was a decent kit. Kits were better in them days, weren't they? I mean, George A. Campos is on the bench. Didn't he used to design his own goalkeeper?
He used to design
kits?
his own things and players.
Fucking brilliant. Yeah.
There's a number one up front. Oh, yeah. So someone's just followed Scott there, and it was Stu. So anyway, let's get to the game.
That doubled your number of followers tonight, Scott. Fair play.
Oh, I'm gonna have to have it. I don't have TikTok, but you. Stu follows two people who clean pools.
There you go. So now your pool's nice and clean. You can put fish in it.
Is that if?
I mean, I probably wouldn't.
Is that if somebody soils the pool? Anyway, let's crack on with the game.
That would make you one of the idiots if you did put fish in your pool and then go fishing. Because I'm not convinced fish can stand chlorine.
It'll be clean. It's
inside
the
and
Grove
out.
kit is quite tricky to read at times, in these, despite the fact it looks so
Yeah,
nice.
fuck knows what's going on.
The Badgers kit is much much
Can
more
I ask
accessible.
why Grove didn't wear this kit against me, considering our home kits are
Grove
exactly
have
the same?
scored, and it's Laurent Robert. He has. Oh no! Oh, that it did look like a red card, and that's because it is. And Cabello has gone. Now I'm sure
something has gone.
Somebody else is being warned or something after that, I think. But yeah, it's over now to the fighting boys.
Just leave it as it is, Ed.
Yeah, leaving it as it is might be the way to.
Come on, idiot one and idiot two. Let's make a decision.
Now, do they have this running into each other? I don't care about running into each other because I think the players are clever enough not to actually literally run into each other. But who knows? Who knows? What's the thing here? Change Hersey arrow to
Fair enough.
There we are. the washing machine effect going on there or something, playing going round and round. Um, yeah, 25 minutes in, the red card is massive, but if anything, it's spurring Badgers on to at least come forward a little bit. Grove have looked.
Would you like to hear my prediction for this game anyway? 35 minutes in, so you didn't ask.
Well, is it a prediction of Ugo Echiog equalising? Because
I
that's
think there's at least both teams to score.
Echiog it is,
Again,
who
in
has got the equaliser with 10 men. Yeah, I think there was too much talking
David
about
James,
fish at the time.
both keepers having worldies.
Yeah, very good, and it's been a free-flowing attacking game, which is exactly what the league
Opposite
needs.
to every other game so far. Yeah,
Some games have been pretty tame tonight, and
Sprungfeld aside with their 93 shots, all on target, none of which from a striker.
So with Kevin Kyle on for Harasimovic as a half-time change here. Come on, my butt.
I mean, ZZ Roberts has been Roberts.
Yeah, it's not been a bad first half. I mean, the fact that Kufre's had to do no defending is interesting. They have conceded a goal. And over at Grove, Darren Anderton, that's a potential injury, isn't it? Potential shin injury, and Prozinecki, of course, is an option. It'll be.
I mean, not for that position, but yeah, I'll be bringing that.
Yeah, not for the right hand side, but he's always an option to come on there. And Stewart's got to 60, and
then he said injury 2 seconds later. So hold up.
Yeah, that's interesting because he go to 60, and then you saw that,
and
before
then he
came
saw
on
the
to me.
injury. Yeah, and caught up.
Yeah, I will do that. Yeah, I will do it. I'm happy to do that. I don't mind stopping that at that point. Barthez takes as much blame as anyone.
Barthez has been to Grimsby. The effort he'd put in. Yeah.
Oh, he says no, it's fine. We'll get to 60.
Yeah, he said no, it's fine, go on, and then now he's going to have caught up on the stream and say, "Oh well, now you've stopped. I'll have a look."
Oh, he's in the crossbar then for Grove. Substitutes over to Badgers. I mean, Echiog's playing well, and that's about it. Other than Schiller.
For me, Kevin Kyle off.
Kevin Kyle off already.
His
16-minute cameo.
Yeah. Fuck off.
Collins first. And then the other option here, Sean Davis is coming on for.
Yeah, that's probably the decision I made. He wants to swap Collins and Ray out as well.
Yeah. Thank you. Excellent. There, the two managers now. They're fighting over text and putting on a public show.
Both perfectly aligned with. I'll tell you what will piss Smuts off. Let's put David Collins on. Yeah, the banter era continues.
Anderson off for Davis. And God for Burger King.
Like it.
Just looking at Robert, he isn't injured, yeah, that's alright. So there he is. That's a very attacking subs bench, isn't it? Going on there.
Like it. Three very, very usable subs, and I don't think many. Certainly, my team can't say that. So it's nice to see. In fairness, I think they might have a chance to go on here and kick on. They're playing very well. Lots of 8s across the board. So
the 10 men of Badgers doing a very good job against the Grove team that are playing well. And this is why these two teams are level in the league at the moment. Echiog almost scored a second, which would have been pretty incredible. Oh, it's a penalty. It's been saved by Schiller. He saved the penalty. I think it might have been Dario Silva, but I'm not entirely sure. I might have been totally wrong with who took it, but that was a save. And then down the other end, Badgers come along full time. Sol Campbell match.
As entertaining a 1-1 draw as I've seen. It was
Dario Silva, and he saved it. Schiller. Yeah, is he on penalties? He is on saving penalties, and he was at 1-1.
That is shades of Ricardo for Portugal in Euro 2004.
So the top five have all played tonight. We had second place. Oh, Ricardo was great in those penalty shootouts. Yeah. Did he take his
Yeah.
gloves off
Then
at
came
one
to
point?
Leicester and under Sven-Goran Eriksson, famously manager of that England team, and Ricardo was dog shit. He was replaced by Chris Wheel in goal.
Oh, the old Yeovil keeper there he is. Yeah.
Indeed,
Um,
exactly.
so
Looks exactly like Matt Baker from the One Show.
he didn't on FIFA 2005. That's going to be said. He didn't look like him on that.
Probably not. No.
Yeah, I was Yeovil on that. It's a great performance from Badgers in the end, but Grove played
Yeah,
extremely
yeah,
well
very
as
good.
well. They just couldn't break down the team that got stronger when they were a man down.
Yeah.
I can't remember what I
That
was
tends to be the
talking
case.
about. Yeah, it
Davy
does,
Collins,
doesn't
shit as always. Yeah,
it? He came on and he did okay.
did fuck.
Kevin Kyles said
Did.
a solid 8 to say that I'm not really sure. He's been fouled and won some headers. For Grove,
That's what he's on for. That's what he's on for.
Rob,
Kevin Carr was to be big cunt up front.
and he did his job well. Oh yeah, the top five have played tonight. Second place, Boston, have won and gone top, and then
So the only manager that's not here.
the only manager that's not here has been successful. Yeah,
Yeah.
And then all the other teams. I mean, Swemp
Drop
have been
points,
beaten,
yeah.
and then third, fourth, and fifth have all drawn 1-1. So not much change going on. So we
I've not seen him yet. You might
yeah,
have to.
we haven't, but we also know that your game versus D is the only other game
Yeah.
that we've got left.
I'm going to say, is there any other games?
There's just the 2 matches left to go. So
Yeah, we'll have to play this one then, won't we?
Uh,
I'll
yeah, I think was that the order that was sort of talked about early on.
pretty much.
Uh, duh, duh, duh,
Steve wasn't sure if he was going to make it either, was he? So
oh yeah, but put me second last. Give Steve every chance. That's what Fifey said. So
fair enough,
we will
yeah.
have to go into the game. And this team from Fifey was here it is for tonight. Good night, Scott. Good night. Thanks for being here tonight.
Yeah,
and
night, sweetheart.
entertaining us there in the chat, and we look forward to seeing some idiots doing some fishing. So,
Yeah.
what do you make of the Flamingos side today?
Vastly underperforming. I mean, very much the highlight of the season so far is him getting beat by me in a pub beer garden on the first night of the season. Hilariously, the shittest team in the league against one of the stronger teams in the league. And we scored 4 past them because he forgot to put any defenders in his squad. So it's interesting that he's still trying to play 3 at the back. But the rest, half that front 7 should be doing bits. Really should be.
Christian Diaz has been called in as one of the centre backs today, purely because centre back choices are slim. Although Alan Archibald being a centre back, would he be a better option? I don't know.
I mean, I'd have been playing him. Is Eric Caddo a defender?
Addo, yeah, defensive mid, yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
With a good set of flair and long shots, which is why.
Yeah, that's what you want in a centre back, really.
It's why he's staying for Leadersford. He's an option. He's a flair option for when we get some players out. He'll come straight onto that subs bench. It's it's an interesting side with Penza and Inzaghi up front today.
So,
they get on.
yeah, cool. There's a lot of players there that should not be in this division as well.
And the first appearance on the bench of Tonton Zola Mukoko, and because of that, there is actually, if I go quite a way back into the old messages, Fifey does have a squad number list, and
Of course he
that's
does.
something that I need to make sure that I stick to wherever possible. So where is it?
Outside of Stefan Posma, the only other person we know that is as anal as you is Mr. Stephen Fire. And
is it on this?
Steve writes Grimsby lass. That one is so niche. Only me and you will get that.
Yeah, apologies. I'm just sorting up this squad number thing. There we are. It is number. Do you know what? After all that, he's the one
Not
player
picked
in
a
the
fucking
squad
number
he
for him.
didn't give a number to.
Number 50. Give him number
No, he's
50.
assigned a 50. He's
No,
assigned
number
50.
49.
So I'm going to assign him number
45,
number
the other Michael Jordan number.
45. He didn't give.
Oh,
Yes,
there he
yeah,
is. Perfect timing.
And Dangley's the opponent. So take a look at the fact that Lee Hughes is injured. He has a wrist injury. Which
What is that forward line?
the kissing strikers,
Yeah,
Mutu and Hughes.
yeah, the two crashing into each other, which is ironic considering Lee Hughes is past.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty good to.
He's got
see how they get
90%
on.
fitness, so yeah, he should be all right.
Let
He's got
them.
Delroy Facey on the bench if he needs him.
Yeah, and I think that Delroy Facey and Paul Merson and Paul Gascoigne, Colo Torre there on the bench is one for tackling. It's going to be an interesting little match. See how they get on. And Posma in goal for his first start of the season.
Who's fantastic? Love to see it. Who's that Shepherd lad?
Oh, Paul Shepherd. Is he playing? Was it a gun offence or something that he had?
No idea. Just want to look into.
We shall see. Well, we could ask Wooder, but he won't be bothered.
I'll Wikipedia it later.
Anyway, Flamingo Dangley's predictions for this one.
It's another one that Flamingo should win. The Dangley's team is quite strong. So, score draw. Desmond.
Desmondio. Lots of players on sixes as
Which
we go
means,
to.
which means no.
Desmond 0-0. And there's a goal. It's Kieran
Ooh.
Dyer scoring early on. Tato said he should be at the right wing back, but there he was, scoring the opening goal. And Flamingos, they do score some opening goals, but don't always hold on to that.
Shepherd was drugs and guns. Fair play.
Drugs and guns and butter. It's 2, and it's Penza with the goal. Fifey says 7-0. He's confident,
Well, you're
but
2/7 of the way there.
and Posma is getting bummed this game. It's got to be said. It's 3-0. and
Oscar is
Penza
getting bummed this game. Fantastic.
3-0.
Small round of applause for that one. We like that.
A journeyman career. Drugs and guns and butter. There we are. Half time.
Did you not have a 2-goal lead against me, Fifey? I would not count you. Oh, it was 3.
Yeah,
Gee,
3.
when
Yeah,
did that
Penza
third
scored
goal go in?
twice. Yeah.
Jesus, I missed that one.
With their only 4 shots on target, 4 shots off target. Now that's quite a.
I mean, get Posma
Bit of
that
fun.
armband immediately.
So they can go swimming. I'm looking forward to seeing what the substitutions might be from the teams here. Kieran Dyer is it potentially a thigh injury, and Fifey here says OMF, which is good to see that. As is, he's off to McDonald's during second half. He's not bothered about the match. He's off to McDonald's.
He has just changed. No, Dyer is fucked.
Oh yeah.
Is his-
Yeah, it's genuinely coming with potential liver injury or no.
Yeah, it is coming through quicker on YouTube for
It's
some
weird
reason.
it's coming. That's the first time it's ever done that.
Yeah.
It is coming through faster on the potential liver
It's
injury.
fine. I'm trying to keep you abreast of the situation.
Thank you. Quinton is
that's
very
all right.
topical with his suggestion there. We do obviously wish Kieran Dyer well with his recovery from his illness. And cue all for Dyer. They're going to switch sides. I assume.
Premature.
And is this George? It's going to go onto the left hand side.
You would assume so. Yeah,
And-
Bojan.
Yeah, Bojan Djordjic. Unless it's Bojan Krkic coming on as well. Dyer.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, yeah, his dad was probably on this game, was he not?
I don't know. I'm not sure about that. I didn't even know his dad was a player.
Same name as well.
Same name. So,
Yes.
like Divock and Mike are the same name. Here we go.
Is it what is Mike the anglicised version of Divock? Is it?
Yeah, yeah. He decided he was going to be the anglicised version and then give his son the
Yeah.
non-anglicised one. Anyway, second half's been tremendous fun. Oh, there's a chance for maybe another goal. Subs are on the way. Here we are. So
Yeah.
at this point, well, I don't think anybody's injured.
I mean, for me, the flamingos are flying at the Tropical Birdland Stadium, so I don't think there's much needed. Maybe give Archibald a run out at the back. This is probably the game for him.
Tonton's debut.
Yeah, debut for Tonton. Obviously, Tonton didn't fare very well in the Star Wars film. Got cut open famously and slept inside of. So I don't think that has any bearing on this game at all, but I thought that was a nice little bit of information for you. While we're trying to fill time, there we go, Bruggen for Benza.
Yeah, and Quinton Tonon is what he wants there as well. Tonton for
Barry. And Tonton for Barry.
Gareth Barry. Oh, that's gonna be good.
Gareth Barry. I didn't know he was playing, but fair play.
And there we are. Going to play in the centre midfield role, which he can do capably. So let's see how he's getting on. And we'll go to quick check on Dangley's. Tonton got slept in. Star Wars things.
Sorry, Stu. Did your parents tell you that that the Tonton at the end of the Empire Strikes Back was sent to live on a farm in Kansas with all the other Tontons?
It's 4-0 and Eto has scored. I'm thinking of Totti. I have absolutely no. It's 4-1 and Lee Bowler has scored. The comeback is on. Lee Hughes, disallowed.
Oh dear.
almost. And
Giggs having a good game. He's obviously got the beating of the right back.
And I don't have a clue what.
I imagine, Stu, you are not the only one in this chat that has not seen a Star Wars film.
Well, I've seen 2 Star Wars films.
So that is 2 more films than you have ever professed to have ever watched otherwise.
Yeah, they were.
Rainbow was never made into a feature film, obviously. Live action Rainbow remake.
Not yet. A 4 for Posma. I mean, what did you want to see? I don't know. Return of the Swemp and the Swempire Strikes Back.
Swemp, yeah.
Yeah, that's the ones I've seen.
Swempire Strikes Back, yeah.
Yeah.
That was low hanging fruit, that one. And I'm proud of you for taking that.
5.
Like Dangley's at low hanging fruit was Dangley's 5 shots on target, 4 goals. Stefan Posma. I'd say sit down, but that's obviously going to be difficult for you. Have a look at yourself in the mirror. I wouldn't look behind you. That's not going to look for nice viewing. But it's not gone well, has it?
Well, it went very, very well for Flamingos, and that's a big,
as well it should have done. These are the sorts of performances he should have been putting in since the start of the season.
Yeah, it was all his own work. So we'll have to see. Yeah, next time round, how will they get on then?
Stig Tofting has had an absolute
Blade Runner. Is that the Pistorius film?
Blade Runner is not the Pistorius film.
I know it's not.
No,
I haven't seen it, but I know that the soundtracks are pretty good. Is it not? Is it Vangelis that does the stuff on those?
I think the new one was probably 9 Inch Nails. I think
9 Inch Nails.
Yeah, what's his face from 9 Inch Nails?
I don't know. Jeff Swemp.
Trent Reznor. Trent Reznor's who I'm thinking of from Nine Inch
Yeah.
Nails.
I thought all the music
No,
of the Blade Runner stuff was all like electronic stuff and whatnot.
yeah, I think it was.
Yeah.
Trent Reznor. There we go. I was right.
Yeah. Is he from Nottingham?
For me, the film Blade Runner obviously is based on the Philip K. Dick story, Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep? Again, not even remotely related to anything that's happening here, but a nice bit of information.
Stephen Fossmer from Nine Inch Nailed.
Yeah, Stephen Fossmer has been Nine Inch Nails.
Yeah,
Does
Vangelis
Stephen
did do the
Fossmer
original
dream
stuff.
of electric vibrators up his arse? We'll never know.
And we go into the
and talking of getting
final.
fucked, here we go. Steve Wright is in the building. Lovely.
He is, and the Sporting Club the original
Perfect timing.
in here right on time. I bet he's been watching all along and just pretending to casually arrive right on time. Last time they beat Blues 2-1, and for today they've gone for a change of formation. And
Shit it, hasn't he? Absolutely
just see how
shit
they
it, because
get
Chewie's
on
playing.
today. What do you make of it?
Again, he should be beating me very easily.
It looks a bit like
Ziggy
a sort of
Zagara's
a
doing well.
dress. A dress being worn by a one-legged person with green shoes on.
Does, yeah. Yeah, it is a bit like a Transformer stick figure, isn't it? That's what it kind of reminds me of. Or the very large Iron Man suit, War Machine, and it's going, putting its hands down to fly upwards.
Yeah, what a great little a female Lucine. It's the right shape. It is the right shape for it, Stu. You're absolutely right. I think we could have just summed it up in.
We could have done that, yeah.
Way.
I mean, it's shit, but it's Steve.
Steve's been pulling out some results every now and then recently, and it's been working pretty well. Unchanged Aussie's
What's
dream.
up with your Danos? What's he fucking moaning about?
Oh, he wants a new contract. He's been offered a new
Ethiopian
contract
fuck.
though.
No, that's all right then. Like Mads. Why is Mads mad?
Same again. They've been offered contract. Just you that's lost all sound. Are you on mute, Mike?
Again?
Did this happen before?
Yeah, to Mike as well. I think it came up with, oh shit, I put it on mute.
Weren't plugged in or something.
Yeah. Be a very familiar lineup to literally everybody.
Yeah.
That would be preferable, but he does have sound. Yeah, there you go. Unlucky, you can hear me.
It's going to be a good little match, this one. With the
I think I've made one lineup change all season, and that was because Maresca got suspended. So if Steve Wright, and I know Steve, will have played 900 test matches of this game.
That's cricket.
He did, yeah. And Brian Lara did very well in all of the test games he played. And I think there will be a potential 500 score for Steve right here.
Sporting Club Divisionale 501 not out versus Aussie's dream creative formation choice. Is that the Aussie's dream creative formation?
I would imagine he's talking about mine. Yeah. Look, I already changed formation once this week, and that's because Jamie made me. All right? Because we didn't have any fucking shots in 4 games in a row. I was told, be more attacking, you fuck. All right? And I refused to play 2 at the back, so I played 1. And it's probably the best performance we've had all season.
Not bad at all. And prediction?
I say all season. I've only been here for 6 games, and that's, as far as I'm concerned, the entire season.
That's right. Are you going to
win? No. To be daft.
There we are. Prediction made. I saw it was 1-0 Swede scored.
Oh,
it was
no.
disallowed. And Estais missed down at the other end. Oh, it was almost as good a. He's Gomez scored. It's 1-0.
One time though.
Oh, look at this. 1-0 to Aussie's dream. He certainly is dreaming at the moment, dreaming of being in the toilets with Mr. Smuts. Um,
Yeah.
and he said, oh, Estai again coming close. Moas has had a chance as well, and Renson is keeping them out. Down the other end, the ball went for a little bit, and then it's back up towards another one. Martin close to scoring. Oh, well, this is this is certainly lively, and Rihalati has equalised.
The whole that since 40-ish minutes, I've just been thinking, just get to half time. 1-0's fine. 1-0's okay. It's all right. It's fine.
7 shots, 5 on target. 3 shots, 1 on target, and we go to Steve's side first, in case he wants to do anything. Quinton's right. There have been some interesting results tonight. Yeah, some against the expectation.
It's
hang on.
it's been very.
Yeah, what's this? I remember this from last week. That I'm pretty sure Eble was meant to be playing for you today.
Oh shit! Yeah, he was.
Oh,
that's
two
a
for
shame.
handling.
I tell you what, who am I playing next week?
You hope it's.
Have a check.
Yeah, we'll have a look. I think I've played you, so I don't think it'll be me. The Gimpy Keeper.
Yeah, you're right. If you have a look on the editory thing, I think he's got 1 for current ability and 2 for potential ability or something like that.
That will be what happens on the odd look at on a CM Scout, isn't it?
So it's CM Scout, yeah.
But yeah, that'll be one.
Yeah, I use it so infrequently, I don't even know what it's called.
So
I check that twice a year for the new update to make sure that the Leicester players are as good as humanly possible.
And move Shellstrom into attacking mid Rihalati there. Right, that's looking much more attacking.
Far more dangerous, I will say.
Yeah, almost like a kind of goldfish with
like
a lid over it.
No arrow on him. Yeah, pretty much as you've got there.
On him.
Yep.
Yeah, good. And were you making any changes?
Let's have a look. See how my players are doing. Have we got anybody?
Foot injury.
Yeah, we'll have to replace him then, won't we?
The footmatic.
Get Mads on for him. Brooker's doing okay. Normally, I'd bring Brooker off at this point and put Jordanos on, but he's doing all right. Yeah, I think that'll do for the rest of it.
Just the one.
You've just got the one tip. The Barbara Windsor effect, yeah.
What, dead?
That's a very, very niche EastEnders joke.
It's 2-1 to Divisionale, and Hannah Tiernan has scored. This is some good finishing from these.
Hey, I see what you've done there.
Making these jokes about Swedish footballers. And then we are coming close to the subs and trying to... Oh! And Jurgensen has gone. Well. And so someone's got to go out wide. And
of course, because he needs to have 2 wide players out there somewhere.
Yeah, ooh. I mean, are you wanting to make your changes now rather than me skipping on another minute of the game?
Absolutely fine with me, yeah. Makes sense.
Finished, he's only 28. Oh, wonderful. Anthony Niemi. Love the Anthony Niemi jokes. Let's keep them going. So
I'm more pro Niemi than anti.
He was a great keeper.
Was a good keeper.
Very good at Southampton. Yeah, I mean, you look at that.
It's all right. Fulham as well.
It's the right-hand side there at the moment. Stoltz he's ticking off Shellstrom.
What a cameo. Love it.
And put him there. I shall.
That's a Stay Right special, that is.
And we will go to the end of the game.
He's obviously got Stolcius coming on there, looking to go in through the back door, much like Steve Wright was whilst in Grimsby.
And Kameni, he's not injured. and Steve Brooker is
Right.
also not injured. You don't have any
I think
injuries
we've
then.
got to do something, haven't we? Let's be
Steve wants
fair.
another change, and I will sort that out for him as well. Um,
Right. We need. No, I was going to go three at the back, but I can't do that because then I won't have any wide players. Let's bring on Jordanos for.
no, I didn't.
Let's bring on Jordanos for Talberg,
Yep.
and then just bang him up front. Play three up top. Scoot. Yeah, scoot across.
Like that.
Arrows up. Yeah, fuck it.
Happy days.
YOLO.
Mongomi. Got a
He's
good name
he's
there.
he's decent in fairness. This is one of the more average versions of him I've seen, but yeah, it was on an Ajax save that I haven't actually streamed at any point, but I will do eventually. He's fucking brilliant. Oh, Jordanos almost comes on and
Chances, and the free kick
makes me
came
look
in as
decent straight
well.
away.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting last 25 minutes going into this. One save, he was good.
Oh, that's exactly the theme of my team. One save wonders. So yes, yeah,
like Eble.
that's literally the theme.
You've got him there with 19 handling or whatever, and he might have that in 6 or 7 saves combined. Uh,
In 100, yeah.
it's
But in fairness, this is one of the best Chewies I've seen outside of my something in the air save as well.
chances Jordanos has come
Oh,
close as
right,
well,
right at the death there.
and holding on for a victory.
Unlucky.
Tiernan, man of the match. Jordanos has come on and played well.
He has indeed. In
Yeah,
fairness, he
that was
might be a run out.
an
Fairly
expansive game.
even. In
Yeah.
fairness, fairly even. He just took his chances, and I didn't. So, a decent game to finish on. I think it's been a very good night of football.
It has
Imaginary
indeed.
football, you know.
And I am going to just very, very quickly just show the results and things. I do have to make a quick exit from tonight, so I'm just going to show the results at the end. And there we are. So only one team has scored more than 2 goals for the first time in 2 rounds as Flamingos. It is that do that. Almost every away team scored 1. No away teams won. And there were 2 draws and 5 victories today, so the table changes thusly. Boston 1 point clear of Sprungfelt with a 4-point gap now back to Megahorse, Badgers and Grove. Fortuna within a win of those now, and then the Regionale are on 13 in the top half as it is. Blues, Danglies,
Got a
Gondor
chance
on
of
10.
playoffs there, Steve.
And then Flamingos on 9. Pelham into the bottom 3 after that, with Aussie's Dream and Red West Pacific the bottom.
Well, the bottom 3 is
2.
completely unchanged.
Oh yes, it is. But Flamingos won and pulled 2 points ahead.
And so
That
did
was it.
Gondor, in fairness. So, yeah.
And Gondor going into that, basically, what are they, 2 goals off being 8th. So very good for them. Into the team of the week there, Chilavert with his penalty save has done it. Jordanos and Robert up front.
Comes on.
Lovely stuff, Lauren Robert up front.
I think that says a lot about the strikers involved today. Is that two of my strikers, neither one who scored, made the team of the week.
And a quick look here at fixtures for next time. We have Blues versus Badgers, Dangley's Megahorse, Grove Flamingos, Aussie's Dream Gondor. So I mean that's where Eblay could play. Pelham versus Divisionale, Red West Pacific and Boston, and Sprungfelt Fortuna. Some huge games there. Thank you very much, Mr. Smuts, for your wonderful show tonight. And to everyone else in the chat, thank you very much for making it interesting as ever. And I'll see you, hopefully, catch you on Thursday night for Division 1, if not next Monday on here. Thanks once again, and we'll see you soon. Good night.
Toodles.